All right, boys and girls, we are going to make a prism patterned heart. So prisms are shapes made with straight lines. Not all of these are prisms. The outside might have a curved line, but we are going to use straight lines to make our heart prism. We are also going to color it next week, but I'm not going to show you anything with color. For today, all you will need to make your heart, you'll need a couple things. First, you will need your scrap piece of paper. I always keep mine in my notebook, or in my sketchbook, I should say, and a clean page in your sketch pad. A pencil and an eraser. All right, let's get started. What I did first is I counted out. I wanted to find the middle of the paper, and I'm going to work this way, so my paper is horizontal. So I counted 1, 2, there's 21 of these, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is the middle of the paper, right here. So I made a line very lightly. Now you're going to notice I'm going to work in pencil, and I'm going to work lightly because I do not want to have my, I don't want to have dark lines because they're hard to erase. And then I'm going to figure like maybe three out. Notice I'm using these rings because they're spaced evenly. So I'm going to make a straight line here. I don't want my heart to be go any further out than the third line. And then I'm going to figure out, well, how tall do I want my heart to be? And I'm going to measure in maybe like this much. Notice I'm just using a folded sheet of paper as my straight edge. Measure down a little bit. This is where my heart is going to start. A lot of lines in here. These are guidelines. And then maybe like from the bottom, maybe this far. This is going to be the bottom of my heart here. So my heart's going to fill in this space. So I'm going to start here. This is that little indentation. I'm going to go up. The highest part is going to be this line. It's going to come down and go out to here, and then I'm going to have a straight line coming up here. And the same thing's going to happen like this. Try not to block anything. And notice that I'm taking short strokes. I'm making them light until I know that they are right. Now I want to make them a little curvy. This is why I'm using a pencil, so I can erase. Now, in the past, a lot of times I'll use markers, but I'm not doing that now. Perhaps I'm looking at this and I'm going, this looks a little swooshed. Maybe I'll do this. Notice that I'm making a change. Changes are good, and I want them to be even. And then I want to go back in. Boom. Boom. So I'm going to erase the lines that I don't want. I'm going to go in and I'm going to start erasing some lines. Not all of them, but just the ones I don't want. I'm going to fix this. So. And I want to keep it even. Now, I'm going to leave this one. So from here to here, I'm going to have a straight line, and then I'm going to erase this part. So now, I'm going to put out some dots. So I want to have something somewhat out here, and I'm going to make this diamond shape. So there's a dot. So you're basically connecting dots. We're making multiple prisms, multiple geometric shapes. Do they have to be perfect? Well, they should have straight lines. Is it okay if you make a mistake? Sure it is. We're still learning. And learning is good. So around the outside of the heart, 5, 6, or 7 other dots. You may want to put some other dots in. And you may decide to use all of them. You may only decide to use a couple of the dots. This is your artwork. Let's be honest. So you can just start connecting dots. Notice that I connected from here to here. Now I'm going to go from here to here. I'm just connecting dots. Actually, I should do this side. This is the straighter side. I'm using a folded piece of paper. This is like my MacGyver. I don't know if you know who MacGyver is. He was a guy that used to make things out of like stuff that you found. Not crazy. We'll show about it. Anyway, sometimes you have to make things up and use the things that you have. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I might even go across here and go, that looks interesting. So now I have something there. So perhaps I want to repeat that shape. Check this out. Boom. Boom. And boom. You could even go and make some more triangles. Perhaps you want to do this, and you can make the smaller, I will warn you with this, the smaller the polygon, the smaller the shape, the harder it's going to be to read. So this has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 in all, which is kind of good. I like that. And mine happens to be symmetrical. That means it's the same on both sides. It looks like I could pull them up and match. What if yours, the heart's symmetrical to begin with, but what if you have a different shape over here and over there? Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. My example over here has different shapes. So you want to play a little until you get the shape that you like. You might even want to outline it a little darker, make it light until it's right. Very cool. So now I'm ready for the next step.